Pat. We're live.
Bro, why you keep doing that? Shit.
Bro, I always just start the podcast at like the
Most random time.
most random times.
My shirt ain't right. Come on, man. Hey, how y'all doing? Let's get it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Crash Dummies podcast, episode 3.
3.
Why'd you have
I was
to?
holding up a peace sign. That wasn't for the. I know the number episode. It's only 3 of
That's
these.
really do 3. If you're watching the video version of this, we are in a new studio. This is probably gonna be our more permanent setup.
Yeah, a lot more comfortable.
I'm supposed to
in here.
have our logo here, so when the screen blacks, I'll just boom. There we go. Hold on. Bow.
Wow.
There we go. Well, anyway,
Dummies.
when you see, this is pretty much going to be our new setup. So and we're just going to keep upgrading from here. So this is just better because now I can like look over at you.
Right, and you not that close. You was too close last episode. Go look at the last episode. This man is sitting in the middle of the couch. Like, you ever went to a urinal and a dude come pee right by you and there's 5 urinals? I hope y'all know urinal etiquette. You know urinal etiquette?
You never use the urinal right next to. I think
So there's
it's
5.
stall etiquette to me too.
Yes, for sure. There's stall. Like, first of all, if there's 2 of us, let's be as far away as possible. I don't need to hear anything. I don't need to hear a fart. I don't need to hear anything. Plus, I want peace.
I know the worst thing is when you're taking you're taking a dump, and then a dude.
Wait, you poop in public?
No, I don't. I try not to.
You just said you pooped in public. You lying. Y'all heard him.
But
Y'all heard him. We got a public pooper over here. Go ahead.
But when you're taking like a dump in the public restroom, I used to do it in college. Like
Yeah,
sometimes
you have to in college.
in college you kind of have to.
You have to.
But then
For sure.
it'll be 6 stalls open, and then the person comes in and they use the one stall next to you. I'm like, fam, why do you have to use this stall right next to me? And I start hearing you grunting and stuff. You're moving like, fam, you throwing me off. You throwing
Like
me off
what?
my concentration of trying to get done.
I literally get up.
I do too, bro. I said, fam, I'm going to go to a different bathroom.
For sure. Somebody poop. If you poop right by me, I'm done. I'm almost done when somebody walks in the bathroom and they walk to the stall also.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get how people can do that.
think-
People are different, you know?
I think with everybody in college, they always had their secret spot to
For sure.
that one bathroom that you
Like,
know
the staff bathroom in
that
the
you know
theater.
nobody's ever gonna go to.
For sure.
I work security too, so it was like
Oh yeah, you knew where all the
I
spots
knew where
were,
every
'cause you had to
the
lock
spot.
all the
If I needed to
doors.
use the bathroom, I was doing it in peace, blasting music. I had candles lit, everything.
Oh.
Man. That's funny.
All right. So this first segment we're gonna try today. We're gonna try to start the episode off with a segment. That way we can get off to a big jump right away.
Oh shit, I didn't even know that. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
We don't even have pre-production.
No, we don't talk. Like, we like shock effect. We want each other to be shocked. Like, oh, we want that real effect here on Crash Dummies. So we're gonna do a back then segment. We're gonna start off by something simple. Let's just rank school lunches. Not even rank them. What's your worst? Let's just give me your worst school lunch and your best school lunch.
I think my worst school lunch would be corn dogs.
You don't like corn
I
dogs?
hate corn dogs with a passion. And it's worse when they have corn dogs and then Bro, why is that so funny?
I just don't feel comfortable having a conversation about corn dogs with you.
Ever since our seed conversation?
Yeah, like that's you took it too far on that one. So,
All right.
But go ahead. These
I hate corn dogs.
all right.
I don't like corn dogs.
You
and
can
then
go on to what you do like. Now. I'm uncomfortable.
what I do like is the weirdest thing actually is I don't know if they did this in Detroit, but in Chicago they had those rectangle graham crackers with peanut butter and jelly.
Never heard of it.
It was always the breakfast one. I don't know. I love those. They were super cold sometimes.
I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then I
Yeah.
had that with chocolate milk. That was like the favorite thing.
Yeah.
And everybody has the traditional square pizza. Those are the worst, bro. School lunches were.
You said the square pizza is the worst.
I didn't really like those.
That's the absolute best.
That's the staple though. Everybody had the square pizzas.
Yeah, everybody had the square pizzas. Some people had sub lines. We had sub lines where you can make a sub every day. You didn't have that?
Well, you went to a private school?
No, I went to trust me, my
Yeah,
school.
I know.
Yeah. I went to a public school, Pontiac High School, but we had a sub line for sure. I feel like that was always a thing, like sub. You get sub or salad.
No, we didn't have no
Never
sub
do that.
line.
Then they had these spicy chicken.
But y'all school was
sandwiches.
pretty big too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Our school was
Pretty
like a small community college. I mean, community high school.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely had to have second options.
No, we
For
don't.
sure.
Never
But
had
it's
it.
crazy. They had us eating pizza and milk.
That's the worst combination on earth.
Like these, so you just think about this. You're 17 years old. 17 years old. You're walking in, they're giving you a piece of pizza, a total of like 7 green beans that are hard as shit. And then they give you some milk.
Oh,
And then expects you to have all this energy for the rest of the day. Like you just
And
gave me every dairy product known to man, and then sent me to class.
They did
with
give
the bubble
you,
guts.
They did give you these small juices too that you can like poke or straw in. It was like
Yeah, that
this.
was a long. I forgot. We had the open juice, like the small apple juice in a carton.
Yeah.
So it'd be like small apple juice or small orange juice.
Yeah.
Then you have like the stuff you can pay for, like the $1 hot Cheetos. That's how you know I'm old.
Did you
$1 hot Cheetos, 50-cent hot Cheetos.
were you ever full at
Never.
always hungry, right?
Always hungry. You could always take.
Oh,
you
my
don't-
goodness.
you know,
And
you
they were stingy as hell at my school trying to get like a second pizza or something. They would never let you get nothing extra. It's like that's your school lunch and that's it. And the thing, like being out here when we went to like Sheboygan, being in Wisconsin, period, you start learning that people actually used to pay for lunch, school lunches.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa! I was always on free reduced
Yeah,
lunch.
me too.
And I didn't know people actually like going out to go to suburb school. You hear about the suburb schools out here, and you guys don't know. My girlfriend Bailey's a teacher, so she'll tell me about like kids. Oh, this kid has to. He has free. We're in a school with a lot of free and reduced lunch. I was like, oh, I thought that was a normal thing. She's like, no, it's not really a normal thing where I'm from. I'm like, oh, so you get exposed to like different things now. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy. That is a big difference. Whereas like where I grew up, everybody was on free lunch.
yeah, where everybody was on free lunch. Nobody
everybody's
really
on free lunch.
I think the worst I ever paid was like 10 cents, but I never knew why I was paying for lunch. But what was your?
I don't understand why they charge kids for lunch. Like, hey, it's illegal for you not to be in school, but you also got to pay for food while you're
Exactly.
here. Come eat some of this pizza and milk.
What was your favorite school lunch and your worst school lunch?
My favorite school, I go worst first. The one I never liked. I never liked when they tried to make any type of pasta because you knew it wasn't gonna have any seasoning, not a lot of sauce because they have to make them in such big batches. So like any spaghetti, anything like
Yeah.
terrible. But the absolute best was like sub sandwiches, and I used to put like hot Cheetos or Doritos on my sub sandwich. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, or a salad. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
staple. I don't remember
chicken
having
salad.
salads in school for some reason.
yeah, I don't know where you went, bro.
No, if you want to see the worst school
you went
lunch,
to school. That's not in Nigeria.
that's not Nigeria. I was in boarding school in Nigeria, if for everybody that doesn't know, but for high school, and the lunches there, worst can be, bro. You're gonna be hungry. There's food I didn't eat. I got my food stolen, like the little snacks you can provide. It was
You
just
get your food stolen
Bro.
in school.
because I lived at school too.
You lived at school.
So sometimes I wouldn't like the breakfast, so you can trade with somebody that likes the type of breakfast food. So I'll be like, hey, you can have my breakfast and I'll get your dinner. So we used to trade stuff like that. Or if you don't like,
you wasn't in school. You was in the Hunger Games.
bro, it was like the Hunger Games.
You
Bro.
was in the Hunger Games. Didn't even know you was District 6.
It was survival. It was survival of the fittest in that school. Especially
I see.
if anybody Nigerian is watching this or wherever we post the clip on TikTok. So what up, TikTok? If you're Nigerian and you went, or you're African, period, West African, most likely, and you went to boarding school, don't hold your fist up. You already know
They're my guys. I told you last episode.
you already know what boarding school in your country is like, and it is the worst.
Facts.
He said, "You don't know nothing about it."
Shout out to the nation. All right. So the next one is let's talk about things that kids do now.
Mm-hmm.
Or not the kids do now. Kids did back then when you were in elementary that would be like so crazy for somebody to do now. Like, for example, the first thing I can think of is that kids used to just throw up in the back of classrooms. Like, we'd be in the middle of a test, a kid would throw up, they'd be like, continue your work.
For real?
And just go back up there and sweep up the throw up. The kid would be right back in like 10 minutes. Like, this man just threw up his damn guts. Like, nobody checking on this man. Like, it was like you threw up. It was like you either got to go home or you was right back in school. Like, this man just threw up his damn guts. They just sweeping it up like nothing happened. Imagine somebody throwing up like in college, just like in the middle of the class. Just on the ground.
Yeah, it would be probably a big scene. But the question I was going to ask, you worked in the school recently, more recently, and when a kid throw up, do they still use that little powder stuff they used to use back then?
Nah, a lot of people. We had wood chips.
Yeah.
They used to put wood chips on the ground and just leave it there. It'd be like, don't walk over there. Like, when y'all gonna clean up this damn throw up?
They used to put up these like orangey sand looking thing on the throw up and just leave it there for the longest time. I'm like, what is this?
Let that soak, young brother. Let that soak.
Let that just sit.
Let that soak. That'll bring it right up. I don't know what they thought they was doing. Like,
oh my goodness.
What else? Let's see. You cuss around? Do you cuss around in front of your mom or dad?
I mean, I think our culture was a little different, whereas there wasn't really like curse words. So like, I can remember 8th grade saying like, "What the hell" or "ass," and like shit, but not. I didn't ever say like the B word, the N word, all that type of stuff.
You know what I don't like?
What
is when you don't answer the question. Answer the fucking question. Do you cuss in front of your mom and dad?
Like now?
This dude talking about, yeah, you know what my favorite cuss word is? Like,
like now?
Yeah, that's what we talking about. Do you like as a 28-year-old man?
Yeah, I try not to, but I do. But like again, the simple ones, not the really like F word, the B word, and stuff like that.
What other cuss words are there?
Shit, damn, ass. I don't say like fuck or bitch
in front of your mom.
Nah,
I don't know. Yeah, like if I'm talking like away, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Mm-hmm. Like I can be comfortable, but probably talking to my mom, I probably don't say any cuss words if I'm talking directly to her. In front of her, then anything come out. I can't see myself saying a B word or
yeah. I can't
like
say
saying anything.
My mom's cool though. She probably swear before me.
My mom is cool.
Yeah,
my mom is cool.
No, who's cooler though?
Huh?
Whose mom is cooler though?
My mom, 100%.
How you know? Name the coolest thing your mom ever did.
Huh?
Name the coolest thing your mom ever did. Everybody always say they got the best mom in the world.
One time, the best thing my mom ever did, we was at a park, right? It was me, my mom, her friend, which is a guy, and my sister. This is about when I was 13. My sister's like 14. Mm-hmm. Okay? So that means my mom's like 20. So...
What?
It's a joke, bro.
Okay.
Anyways.
I was so confused.
So my mom, who played basketball in high school, just starts busting my sister's ass. And her friend is like feeding into it. Like he's at this point in the game, he's not trying to score. He's just trying to see how many points my mom could put on my sister's head. And I'm talking about on her head. Like, just keep taking her down to the post, throwing something up. Yeah. You know how parents be? Like, they don't brag. They go, oh, that was lucky. But she said that shit like 14 times. Like, oh, that's another lucky one. And I'm like, oh, shit. She talking shit. Oh. This is how she talks shit. She in the zone. Was busting my sister ass. Like, the court was wet.
Oh, dang.
Because of my sister's tears. Because she was getting her ass bust so much. I was like, it's getting slippery in here. I'm talking about, oh my God. I'll never forget that because I never saw my mom actually do anything athletic. And that's literally the only athletic thing I've ever seen her do.
I don't think I've ever seen my mom do anything athletic. My mom might be the most unathletic. She just has like the physical farm strength. That's about strong. It. Yeah, she's just strong, but not athletic at all.
I know my mama right hand strong for sure.
Yeah, so I guess your mom wins.
Spankings. Wow.
I guess your mom wins then.
You ever grab the belt during the spanking? It's
Bro.
like collecting the last infinity stone. I grabbed the belt during the spanking, boy. I felt like I had so much power. I felt like I could have just grabbed my mom and just did this while she holding on to the belt.
Bro, when I was in boarding school in Nigeria, so one time that so we all lived, so it was like age range from like oldest me being like 18 to like the youngest kid could be like 7 there in boarding school. So usually sometimes we did like a prank things on the kids. So where like at night we go and put like toothpaste on their face and powder on their face. It's just like a prank night.
Y'all boys, y'all some weird ass kids, man.
So we would do that, right? And then one night the housemaster, which is like an RA pretty much, he came out there in Nigeria.
Wait, what's his name?
They call housemasters.
I hope he was black.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I was like, boy, I don't know if you know this or not. He's a slave. Oh man.
So they call them housemasters. And one time, so in our school, like there's not 24-hour Nigeria. There's not 24-hour light in Nigeria at the time. I don't think there still isn't. But he came out of his room because he heard a commotion and the lights were on. My friend Toby, he had like a
Come on now. I got housemasters. It's a dude named Toby. No lights. Bro, you can't tell me you're not a slave. I got a friend named Toby.
Hey, dude, his name's Toby Irony.
So, okay, I'll let it slide because I got a friend named Toby. Shout out to my guy, Toby. And tight.
It gets worse now that you're putting all the pieces together. So he grabs a long wooden stick.
This man done found a beaten stick. Oh, man.
He swings the stick and it hits the housemaster in his ass.
What?
And the dude was like, all you heard was, ah!
Y'all boys revolted. Y'all boys done grabbed the whip, beat the housemaster on his ass too.
So we didn't know it was him though. So then the lights turned on and he's like, who hit me? Yada, yada, yada. And then the next day he was like, all right, everybody's going to get it the next day. And then, bro, the next day we go to school, so our school's like a boarding school kids. And then
it's a plantation.
Yeah. It's boarding school kids and then people that go home at the end of the school. So then we get to school and they said all boarding school kids go report back to the dorms. So we go back to the dorms and then in Nigeria again, African punishment is like everybody on their knees.
I can't, bro.
Let me get to the story.
I can't. So I don't know if I want you to finish the story.
So then
I don't feel comfortable.
Oh my goodness. So then
so all y'all on your knees.
Everybody's like 50 of us on our knees. And then
it's hard, bro.
They said, can you also the disciplinary committee please report to the dorms.
Wait, so it was dudes that were hired to discipline.
There's teachers are part of disciplinary. So
you got to train for that. Like
I don't know, but listen, these teachers, we see them from like this. We're kneeling down and there's a door open, so we see them coming into the gate with sticks in their hands. They're wearing suits, so now their suits are flying like they're like the Avengers coming out. So they're walking with the sticks, and then they get in and it's like, all right, what happened yesterday? Who hit who and who was doing these pranks? And nobody said anything. Mind you, I thought I was in the back at first. Soon they said, all right, we're going to start whooping everybody. Since nobody wants to admit, everybody gets a whooping.
So how do the whoopings go? Where like y'all stay on your knees?
So you can, it's different ways. You can get in your hand, your ass.
We done. That's it. That's Crash Dummies episode 3.
No, wait.
Thank y'all, bro.
So you can get in your hand, your ass, your back. No, you're not supposed to get in your back. It's supposed to be just your hand and your ass.
Ain't no way, boy.
So then,
ain't no way.
I ended up in the front of the line, out of nowhere. So then the dude comes up to me. He just used the stick and just hitting my back like, all right, let's get ready. So, Wait, bro, you're making the story way longer than it has to be. So then he's in the stick on my back. He's in the stick on my back, and then what do you call it? I grabbed this.
Well, we can't go.
I grabbed the stick. I'm like, I didn't do anything.
Hey, I don't think you see how far I'm leaning over my chair right now. I want to be so far away from you right now.
So I grabbed the stick, and then he's like, what are you doing? And then he takes his other hand and slaps the shit out of me in my face. Like, bro, I started balling my fist up. My brother was like, Mike, don't do it. Because I was the school president, and they're beating my ass. So then he just...
I said...
More of the story, though.
What was the question?
There was no question. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, he just gave me a couple of slashes on the back, and I had like
that's not that bad.
I had that marks on the back.
Oh, boy, I did not sign up for that. That's not. This is the back end segment. I don't know.
Oh
this is
my
supposed
God.
to be like, relate to people's school experience. I'm pretty sure a lot
I just took them on an adventure.
Sorry with anybody with your kid in the car. We were trying to go down memory lane. Mike took it down another lane. So
I took it dark. Hey, I actually had to go sell these TVs, so
we'll be right back. We actually pausing the podcast so Mike can go sell a TV. So I gotta make money, man.
So it's gonna be like we were never gone. So we'll be back.
Why are we saying this then?
Because I don't want to pop back in a whole different direction.
Oh, facts.
All right, so
did you see the verses?
yeah, it was a classic. I would call it a classic. One of the best ones, to be honest.
Yeah, those two actually match up. I feel like sometimes the verses doesn't do a good job of like matching up the careers.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like somebody's like an overwhelming favorite, and you wonder like how they got matched up.
Yeah, so like you're saying, like it's sometimes just not a fair matchup for some of these artists that go. One was like they had Manny Fresh go against. Dang, who did they have? It was somebody. Hold on. Manny. Everybody's probably listening. Like, oh, the answer. Fresh.
They don't know the answer either.
Versus.
I know y'all don't know the answer. Say it right now. See?
Scott Storch.
Scott Storch.
Scott Storch has every
he's still
hit.
making hits.
Yeah, he got every big hit. So, and Manny Fresh is like, he a legend, but he's more of like a down south legend, with Lil Wayne and like the Hot Boy stuff.
He's a worldwide legend, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Scott Storch has like bangers.
Yeah, worldwide.
So that was just like real lopsided, and that was during the more COVID stuff. So this is like these past like 3 verses has been like a live audience and more performance.
That's a little bit better. You got to perform it, so it's like you watching a concert too.
But this one was the best one because Soulja Boy and Bow Wow are both entertaining dudes outside of music.
Yeah, just them talking.
Yeah.
Shad.
He could have called him Pee Wee out, man. And then, bro, it was
you sell do-rags
and juices
and lemonade. What do you call that? This that Draco Zaza. You can't afford this, Bow.
He was saying, and then he was playing songs where he was the third verse on the song. And he made Bow Wow wait through the whole. He was like, Bow was like, "Where's your voice?" He's like, "Hold on, why are you so impatient? It's coming, it's coming." He played the one song with Drake, and he had like 2 bars in it. And he wasn't on that song. He was like, so at the beginning, he was like, "You ain't never made a song with Drake." And then Bow Wow was like, "You neither did you," because Drake had featured that one song, "Nigga We Made It," something like that, or "We Made It."
He just rapped on it.
Yeah.
So technically, it wasn't a feature.
A feature.
Drake just remixed his song, for sure.
And then he played the one song with Nicki Minaj, "Booty Meet Down."
Hey.
Booty, and then so Nicki had that on her new album, but just her verse, and it was Soulja Boy that produced the beat. But Soulja Boy is definitely a pioneer of like rappers getting on the internet and promoting, and the cheat code.
I think we forget like how much Soulja Boy has done for the culture because of what happened until that. I think it was like the middle of his career, or like just before this phase that he's in now, he was like going through this like super, I don't even want to call it corny, but like it was like this phase where he was just like trying to show off too much.
Yeah.
And then people kind of turned on him. And I feel like that happens to almost every artist in the industry. At some point in your career, the fans are going to turn on you because you're trying to make money. They're like, oh, he's doing too much. He just needs to sit down and be like so-and-so and be like so-and-so. That's why a lot of the more successful artists, you don't really know much about them because they're not in the public eye. Like as big as a star is Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, as big as a star they are, we don't know much about their like family.
Yeah, about the outside life.
About the outside life. Like, yeah, we know about Drake's son because of this beef. And he's like obviously walks around with his son now. Like, but like outside of that, you couldn't tell me like who Drake's cousin is.
Yeah.
Like who
Dude would have to announce that he's
like,
Drake's cousin.
What does the inside of Drake's house look like? How many cars does he have? Like a lot more artists put their stuff like out there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, that battle was entertaining. It wasn't because the music. I wasn't even like keeping score about who won or anything.
Yeah,
obviously
like
Bow Wow
care.
has the technically more hits. The thing that I was interested to see was that a lot of Soulja Boy songs are mixed differently. They're mixed. They're not really like the cleanest mixes. So they kind of like those are like those speaker knocking.
Yeah, because he made his own beat.
Yeah, so he made his own thing on Fruity Loops and stuff like that. And then Bow Wow's sound a lot more polished. But Bow Wow brought like the Brat. He brought the franchise boy. He brought the Brat JD out, and that was just iconic. It was just good seeing them like something that I think they like. Man, everybody.
I think people like I would encourage a lot of people to go watch Bow Wow's documentary and see how like great. Yeah, he has a great documentary out. I'm pretty sure it's like on YouTube. You can find it, and like it shows how he was such a great performer at a young age. He was actually performing, selling out shows, doing world tours, and a lot of people don't know, like, Bow Wow just stepped away from the rap game. It's not like he ever died down. Like, if you see, like, a couple clips after the verses, he's like, I don't mess with rap because it brings so much stress.
Yeah.
Like, Bow Wow wasn't into the beefs. Bow Wow wasn't into, like, the jealousy, the hate that it brought. And when you do movies and commercials or whatever, it's so much easier to stay out of that drama. And when he hosts, that's what he said, I just want to host shows and do movies.
Yeah.
Like,
and Bow Wow was one of those rappers that was rapping as a kid.
A kid.
I don't think there's any other rapper that sustained that type of like career
he's
from
still
10
relevant today.
From 10 to like he was probably still like relevant in the music industry probably to like 21, 23 years old. So that's
kid. Name another kid star that started.
Nobody. Like, they tried that with Mindless Behavior when they were kids and stuff like that. They flaked out. B5, they kind of flaked out. All these like little kid rap groups and like younger rap groups and all that stuff, like the boy bands and stuff like that. Even B2K had a little.
They still weren't as young as Bow Wow.
They were still on. Yeah, they weren't even as long as Bow Wow.
Bow Wow wasn't a teenager yet.
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
That's crazy.
Rolling with Snoop Dogg and Death Row and all them.
Wait, so who did Soulja Boy bring out?
Romeo.
Romeo who?
Miller. He brought out Romeo Miller. Romeo was performing some good songs, and then everybody. It was always funny reading the IG Live comments. So he was performing those the songs people know him for, and then he started performing some new song, and everybody's like, "All right, man, we get it now." And we're let Romeo try to get it, but then
did he end with his hit?
No, he ended with promoting Rap Snacks.
Oh, you know what hit I'm talking about?
Which one?
ICDC College.
Everybody was saying that. Everyone in the comments was saying it would be so iconic if he performed that.
That'd be hard, man. He should have did it.
And then hit the Harlem Shake.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
Bow Wow dancing was funny.
I know. I seen a clip of him.
He started doing this, and then
went over the top.
Soulja Boy was like, "Go ahead, Pee Wee, hit that dance, Pee Wee." And then he started doing the meme one where he started doing the thing with his finger.
Let me hold you down. Let me hold you.
Yeah,
yeah. I like that.
But I like what Soulja Boy and Bow Wow were talking about towards the end, and even Romeo, he was talking about how they grew up together, and sometimes they try to pin each other together. Pin each other against each other.
Because you was on some other.
But listen to the funniest part. All right. So this is what Romeo said. He said, Bow Wow, you were like who do you say? You were like Michael Jordan of our generation, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna skip. He went to himself second, but then I'm gonna skip to Soulja Boy. He said, Soulja Boy, you're like LeBron because you had all the talent in the world and you flourished from that. Bow Wow, you were like Jordan. You worked the hardest, and you're the greatest of all time in our generation. He said, and I'm like Kobe Bryant.
Romeo said that? Romeo said he was Kobe Bryant?
He said he was Kobe Bryant. He said, I might have not been the most talented. He said, I might not be the most talented, but I worked the hardest.
You think Romeo thinks he's as big as Bow Wow and Soulja Boy? I don't think he thinks that.
I don't think he thinks that, but popularity-wise, I would say during that time, they're all kind of like popular at the same time.
It was Lil Romeo, Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Like, who you like? You know what I mean?
Both had braids.
Both
Both young in the game.
Young in the game. And that was hard. I like what Romeo did. It's hard to follow up. Your dad's like one of the greatest rappers of all time too. Mm-hmm. So you got to follow that up with your own stuff. He had a good following.
Yeah, but overall that was a good verses. It was entertaining. It was hella throwbacks. It was just like nostalgic to kind of just hear some of that song, and like when you hear like "Let Me" or like "Booty Me," and you were where you were when those songs.
Hold on, this your second time mentioning that "Booty Me" song.
So I remember those songs from when we used to do like 8th grade dances. Like when we were in 8th grade, there used to be a dance at the roller rink last Saturday of the month, and it'd be like high school kids and everything. And just remember, just like everybody. That's when at parties, everybody was dancing and stuff like that. So yeah,
dancing. What's the weirdest? Just think about that. What's the weirdest thing that you ever seen in your school?
I saw a kid come to school dressed as a Power Ranger with...
Was it Halloween?
No. With 2 swords in the back. And we have metal detectors to get into school, so nobody knew how he got in with the swords.
My man's paid him off like, yeah, it's a Blue Ranger, let him pass. What?
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing I've seen at school.
The weirdest one I saw, this dude, we was in Spanish class, right? Mm-hmm. And these 2 dudes get into it. I mean, like they wrestling, pushing, fighting. The high school I went to was probably a fight every day, at least one. So these dudes fighting, everybody trying to pull the phones out, give them some room, and they on the ground tussling, and like one dude trying to get back up, and his pants slip a little bit. Dude had a thong on.
What?
A full, like a thong.
What color?
I don't remember. What? What is going on? You're not about to turn my story into like how your stories go. No.
What color? It mattered. If it was a red thong, that he was real.
Right.
He was
don't
real
remember.
Spicy.
As a guy, if you see a guy's pants slip and you don't see like their underwear cover their whole ass, right then and there, that's a red flag. And it was like you can't do that. Like you can't do that.
So you don't remember the color of the thong?
No. Why? What is wrong with you?
So would it be worse if it was a thong or just regular panties?
I don't want to talk about this. What? Tour de France.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw what happened with the lady.
So the Tour de France, obviously one of the biggest cycling events ever. It's ever.
Yeah.
So pretty much,
Lance Armstrong's how a lot
multiple
of people
day event.
Yeah.
People racing like yada yada yada. So the first leg of the race, the first day of the race is going on, and I don't know what mile they're at. They've been riding for a minute now, but the lady holds a. Come on, bro. Let me tell my story.
Go ahead.
So the lady holds a sign, and it's in French, I believe, but I think it says "Hi, Mom and Dad," and she tries to hold it in front of the camera to lead the race, and then one cyclist that was in the lead bumps into her, and it literally creates like a bloodbath. It looks like I've never seen that many cyclists hit
I
the
saw it. The only thing I didn't like about that, okay, accidents happen.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody tried to get up like super fast.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, my leg hurts. I'm looking at this like, if I'm in the middle of the pile, I'm like, this is my best opportunity, especially if I wasn't in the lead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm about to take off on these boys. I'm about to be the first one up. I'm stepping on people's ankles. They're like, damn, dude on this bike already. Like, I need that head start. And I'm going to get that head start, and I'm going to win the Tour de France.
Yeah. They were just down there. Some of them got hurt, like seriously hurt. And that's a race you train. Like if you're a cyclist, all you're doing is training for cyclists. And for a lady to hold a sign out there trying to be. At first, I was looking at it though. I was like, why did I feel like dude flopped a little bit? Like why didn't he just drive through the sign? But she had her arm out there too, and she bumped into this arm too, and then she just fell and just like all hell broke loose. And then just saw people like going around. Some guys are trying to turn around and see what happened. It was like, nah, I got to keep my eyes straight. But yeah, what would you do if you did that? You're that
If
lady.
I was that lady?
Were you just, she was still like hanging around a little bit.
See, the thing that I always told my friends, that if we're ever like fake fighting, right? And for some reason you move your head.
Well, why would you be fake fighting with your friends?
Just, when you like fake throw a punch sometimes,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, shut up.
Yeah.
You're just playing around. That's what guys do sometimes. And for some reason, you moved your head and I got a full-fledged punch on accident and I punched you. I'm going to continue to beat your ass. There's no point in me punching you and then letting you rage up and then get your look back. Now I'm on a defense. Like, I just punch you full speed. I might as well keep going. So if I was in that situation,
I was like, all right, tie this together.
if I was in that situation and I accidentally knocked down like 3 bikers, I'm just keep knocking them down and say, I came to ruin this as a protest because I don't think y'all should be using that rubber.
But the thing about it is she damn near knocked them. Damn near knocked a lot of those riders off. It was like probably like 50 of them on the floor.
That's crazy.
It was really bad.
That's crazy. That'll always be. That's gonna be like all time video. Like that'll.
She was right in front,
never go away.
smiling, super big. I'm like, oh man.
What did she think it was gonna happen? Like,
I have no clue. She probably thought she was gonna move out the way quick enough. I'm like, you could have did that a lot sooner than when they're right there.
Also, I don't want to disrespect France or anything, but like, why are you up that early watching bikes? What?
Oh,
Like,
man. The
I
French
get-
are gonna come after you.
Yeah, ain't nobody from France watching the show yet.
We have one listener from Germany
Germany
and South Korea.
and South Korea.
It said 2%, so it might be more than one.
You never know.
So I guess we're popping in Germany a little bit, popping in South Korea,
South Korea.
North Korea. I'm not sure.
That's what I was
internet's-
aiming for with this show. South Korea audience.
I don't know where North Korea sits at in this.
It's probably above South Korea.
Yeah. Shout out to North Korea. Y'all probably can never ever see this, but we support
They
y'all.
probably can't.
No, they definitely can't. They don't see anything but
What they
what they allowed them to
I
see.
heard they gotta have there's like rules over there. Like you can't. First of all, what's his name?
Kim Jong.
Is he a dictator?
Yeah.
It's a dictator.
Kim Jong Un. Yeah.
I'm not gonna repeat that. But you
call him
can't
Kim.
have the same. You gotta have a certain hairstyle.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you can't have the same name as him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of like weird rules. I'm about to look up the rules. All right, so do you want to know 10 rules that they have in North Korea under Kim Jong-un,
All right, go ahead.
the dictator?
All right.
So these are 10 rules that most of these actually lead to death, being executed.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So let's get into this. Okay, Kim Jong-un decides how you dress your hair.
How many? Is there a limit on the hairstyles or some shit?
A big limit. There's only 28 total. 10 for men, 18 for women.
One is they can have fades.
Right, Uptown Fade one. Can I get a taper? Like, imagine getting killed over getting a taper. Like, at least I was fresh, my boy. Got to see it through, my boy. In case of a fire, if you're in a fire with a leader, a government official, that government official has to make it out. If the government official dies in the fire,
You're dead.
everybody there that survived will be executed.
Oh my goodness.
So you might as well save my boy first.
Yeah.
You are dead if you fall asleep in Kim Jong-un's meeting.
So it just says you are dead.
You are dead. There's like,
Oh my goodness.
Rule 3 is pretty like straightforward. Like
You will die.
you are dead. So you might as well stay asleep at that point.
Yeah.
That's how you gonna wake up. Like wake up, boy, so you could die.
You ever see those TikToks when you're running and then you just appear in heaven?
Yeah.
Or appear in the skies?
Damn, I must have fell asleep. Death for possession of porn and the Bible.
That's a weird combination.
I don't know if like at the same time.
Why did they
Like-
put those two together?
Like why you got that Bible in your hand while watching? Yeah, I don't like that. I think they I'm guessing it's for, obviously we both know it's for religious reasons. Don't have the Bible, and porn is banned over there. I think that's another reason, part of controlling their internet also.
Yeah, because that's what they do too. I know they do that part. They control your internet.
Okay. Number 6, alcohol, dancing, and smiling on the 8th of June forbidden. That's I think he had a bad day. Oh, President Kim, another president died. North Korean President Kim, I don't know, Sung died on June 8th.
His father, I believe.
Oh, that's his father?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So nobody's allowed to drink alcohol, dance, or even smile on that day.
Oh, okay.
So
So you gotta
probably just stay in the house.
I would too.
It's probably the
You probably
safest
die
bet.
for staying in your house.
I don't know. At this point, only male government officials are allowed to drive, so no women are allowed to drive.
Yeah. That was actually a rule in Saudi or somewhere in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, then
They just changed
they
it.
changed it, and you see that girl, she had like this Lamborghini, and she was drifting everywhere.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's
It was dope. It was
Yeah.
like the day after, and she was like drifting in a Lamborghini.
People were like celebrating that, like, hey, I'm like, that's like the most simplest thing. Well, it should have been happening.
Not to them, though.
Yeah, I know. I feel that.
You know, got to be grateful for U.S. sometimes.
Yeah.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
A little
grateful.
bit.
Okay, making international calls is a crime. A man who made several international calls in 2007 was immediately executed.
They didn't even give him no chance to finish the call.
No chance.
He said, hey.
On his 4th call, he just heard the line click. He said, God damn
Dude
it.
just comes over his shoulder, just touches, so it's like, hey, big homie, just sign off.
Time to log off. Your life.
I hope that call was worth it.
Right. North Koreans are not allowed to travel abroad without permission, which makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but to them, yeah.
No, it makes sense. They're really strict over there.
Yeah.
I like that. No, I don't like that.
So
That's messed up.
I guess we will not be making any trips to North Korea. anytime
No, I
soon.
don't know why we would. That's not on my destination list. We might got a listener from. Do we got a listener from North Korea?
South Korea.
South Korea. Because if you're North Korea, you'd be dead right now. So
That's not funny.
it's not funny. If you're in North Korea watching this, don't waste your life on us.
Yeah, don't.
Pause this. Go
Just
back.
hang up.
Don't smile. Don't do nothing.
Don't do not a
Don't
thing.
fall asleep. We want you to have your life. This podcast is definitely not worth it.
Yeah. But
But to y'all in America, y'all better tune in.
speaking of North Korea, you seen NCAA players are getting paid now?
How? What you say? As you see, we're still working on transitions.
I know
yeah.
I did that on purpose.
Huh?
I did that on purpose.
No, you didn't.
I swear I did.
I know you did. Yeah,
but-
I saw.
In all realness, though,
and
did you see NCAA players are now allowed to make money from their likeness,
So endorsements,
endorsements,
commercials. They can rock gear.
the
Right?
whole shebang.
The thing that I wonder about, like, okay, you know, I get, like, you know, they can do a car dealership commercial, they can do a food commercial now, they can have their own logo somewhere. I get that, but as far as like, are the shoe brands allowed to like take a step in this?
I think
Because that would be super confusing. Wisconsin is sponsored by Under Armour,
yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. So do they get first dibs at like all the athletes that come through Wisconsin? And then the same as like Jordan with Michigan and
Yeah, it could be that way, but I think obviously these athletes, now that these sponsorships and stuff are coming up, they obviously should start offering classes about the best ways to manage your money and, you know, get these teams give these players agents and financial advisors that can help them manage these, look over these contracts and whatnot.
Facts.
But for a player, I think it'd just be smart to say, because you can't wear any other brand anyway. Probably sign with the school, sign with the brand that's sponsoring your school throughout your playing time. Maybe just do 1 year deals and stuff like that. Or
Facts.
if you
don't sign nothing through the. If you think you're gonna make it to the NFL, don't sign anything through the NFL.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense unless they're throwing
it's incentive.
Yeah,
might be incentive.
Unless they're throwing the bag too. They're doing a freaking LeBron deals out of college, 10 million a year,
Right.
20 million a year. Then you probably would have took that regardless. But
Speaking of that, speaking of the LeBron deal, who didn't go to college.
yeah,
Right. What athlete do you think would have benefited most from this rule? All time.
all time, I think Johnny Manziel.
You think Johnny Manziel?
Yes. Just because the stadium, they call it the house that Johnny built. I just think that at the peak of Johnny Manziel was social media.
Super popular.
Super popular. Social media, just the internet in general. Another person I would have said was Reggie Bush.
Reggie Bush, for
Because
sure.
he was electric. But I don't think the internet was the same way as it is.
Definitely not.
As it was when...
you can tell when the internet's not that way. Reggie Bush has like 15,000 highlight tapes.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have an official highlight
Yeah,
tape.
that was, I think when Reggie Bush was playing, like, YouTube was like a little bit newer.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
Johnny Manziel was probably one of the most electric football players. He was just exciting to watch.
Exciting to watch. Is
Off the field swag, just swag on the field. The money thing, bro. He could have made so much money just doing this.
People love athletes with the same body as them.
Yeah.
The same body as a regular guy.
Yeah.
If Johnny Manziel put on a hat and stuff, you wouldn't be able to notice him like you would notice Cam Newton walking
like a
through the
normal
wall.
frat boy.
Yeah, it looks like a normal. That's why people fall in love with Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Even though they don't know he's truly 6'3", but on the court he looks like them, and they can duplicate his moves.
Yeah.
So I think that's why Johnny is like super, super, super popular.
What college athlete would have made the most money if this rule was?
I think now, like the day and age of social media now,
Yeah.
imagine Zion on a commercial, like right now.
Yeah.
He gets way more. In the NBA, it's hard to get dunks. You got a lot of rim protectors. You got a lot of 7-footers.
Yeah.
You got a lot of guys that specialize in protecting the rim. So Zion has a lot more layups now than he did in college. He dunked everything in college.
Yeah. That's
Dunked
true.
everything in college. So imagine those highlights, those reels being used with somebody that, I mean, Zion, the tickets were $2,000 at Duke games for a regular seat.
Yeah.
So Zion was already bringing that attention. I think he obviously now is kind of toned down because he's in New Orleans. He's a Pelican. But like when he was at Duke, which he uses Duke brand and his brand together, that was like one of the greatest where there's a brand already set and a guy walking into the brand where they both brought their popularity and it clashed.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people like saw Zion. A lot of people saw college basketball only because of Zion that year. A lot of people that usually doesn't attract.
Yeah.
Zion was a super popular player, and I think people forget that because he's in New Orleans now.
Yeah. No, yeah. I think Zion is one that would have made a lot of money too. You know who this like would have made a lot of money for too is the woman in like the WNBA woman and like the track stars and stuff like that. Just because I always said this, like a lot of them are at their highest points in college. Like Arike, when she was going on that run, that was like her high point. Even though she's still killing it in the WNBA now, but you know, as we know, the WNBA doesn't have the visibility as much as like the NBA or even their college basketball
or NCAA women.
Yeah, especially tournament time. I think like the women now are gonna cash out.
I mean, look at Paige right now.
Yeah,
Paige
Bruckner.
Bucher. Yeah, I think it's Bucher.
I don't know.
Sorry if we're butchering that. But obviously super popular player.
Yeah.
Like look when Brittany Griner was in college.
Yes.
Like when she dunked, how like crazy the college world went.
Yes.
She just dunked. She
Skylar.
dunked this season and there's no video of it.
Yeah.
Like out just like painted out there. But when she dunked at Baylor, right, Skylar Diggins, like you were about to say, crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy popularity, how popular they were. And then they would definitely would have benefited from that. That's a great point.
Yeah. So
great point.
you said Zion, I said Johnny Manziel. So
Yeah, so I think I'm right. Well, I guess we could both be right, but I think it's Zion.
now that this rule is coming out, Guess what's coming? You know what's next?
What?
NCAA, the game.
Oh, the video game. Yeah, yeah. They definitely should bring that back.
They're going to bring it back. They
Oh,
were
they
already
are?
talking about it when they could use their likeness. There was a rule that came out last year. There's something about their likeness in California or something like that. Could already be used. So now the bigger picture now is like the game's going to come out. So I feel like everybody's going to start leaving Madden and go back to NCAA.
It's not even. They're probably going to be the same exact game, gameplay wise. So it's not going to make sense. But
2K
as far as like
makes
you get to recruit, you get to have like these bigger like for leagues in Madden, you only have 32 because there's 32 teams. Like there's over 250 plus teams in NCAA.
Yeah. I think hopefully they just don't make it too overpowered, because I remember picking Oregon in the old NCAA, and that option was unstoppable.
Yeah, there'll be a little bit,
especially with like D. Thomas.
There was no defense on that game.
No, not at all. You had to score 80 a game.
Yeah, 80 a game.
Those basketball scores. Do you remember college basketball video games?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are really old. Those, I don't know if those will ever come back, but those.
There's no point.
There's too much. They're too invested, and especially because players leave after 1 year. So
every year they gotta like.
It's a new star player every year.
Yeah, so that's not a good one.
No, for sure. I think the athletes. This is definitely a good thing for athletes, though. So I'm happy that they get to use their likeness. Hopefully, they spend their money wisely, and
yeah, I think they will.
Yeah,
for sure.
But on the topic of athletes, the track athlete, what's her name again?
Sha'carri Richardson.
Sha'carri, yeah, Sha'carri. She recently made headlines first for winning the 100-meter race and crushing the time, and then now we just literally found out like 20 minutes ago
less than 20 minutes ago, for sure,
that now she can't compete in the Olympics because she tested positive for marijuana. And yeah, it's unfortunate, just because she was like at her high point. Why are you laughing at me?
It's sad, bro.
No, but yeah, it's unfortunate because she was at her high point and now all this just happens. But I think I saw an interview where she was explaining that somebody from her family, I don't want to say her mom because I'm not too sure who died. So somebody from her family passed away, and she was feeling down and stuff like that, so she wanted to smoke weed.
The story I got is someone from her family passed away, and she actually heard about it from a reporter. So that kind of gave her, that shock factor of it.
Yeah.
And like any of those like people out there, like I'm sure you've lost somebody, especially if you're at our age. We're both 28. Like at this point in time, you've lost somebody close to you, sadly. So in that moment, you really don't care about the outside world.
Yeah.
All you care about is your feelings and how you can try to like suppress this hurt for a little bit. So from my understanding from her interview, she then went to go smoke weed to try to suppress those feelings. And was tested and ended up testing positive. So now she is suspended for like 6 months, I think.
No, 30 days.
30 days?
Yeah, but I think that falls in line with the Olympics.
So only 30 days, but it still falls in line with the Olympics. So now, what I think she was going to be one of the biggest stars ever.
Yeah.
And what people don't realize is like, this is huge because she's going to be...
One every 4 years, the Olympics.
4 years, she has to wait 4 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She's going to be one of the biggest stars ever. Like, all these paintings I saw with her, these tweets, this backing from every community, the black community, the women, everybody in the track world was so happy. And then she had this rivalry with the girl from Jamaica.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That was who has a faster time than her this year, but everybody wanted to see that face off. You know what I mean? And that kind of takes away from that. Like, this was going to be one of the greatest, like, Olympics that we've seen in a while that people are going to tune into. We had stars,
Yeah.
Obviously, we always got Simone Biles, but we had other, black women stars that were going into the Olympics that people were going to have eyes on and bring popularity to the game again. Obviously, I'm saying again, and it's every 4 years, obviously. Obviously, there's always a build-up, but... From my lifetime, she's one of the biggest stars that I've seen from America.
Yeah, especially in the track field. Besides like Lolo Jones and stuff like that.
Yeah, Lolo Jones. That's a little bit before our time.
Yeah,
though. Yeah.
But Yeah, it's a tough one, man. It's like you understand her, and I understand people are saying like it's just marijuana that she should get more props for actually running
Right.
and smoking. But at the end of the day, that's just it's a stupid rule. But that's just the Olympics. The Olympics is not like a.
It's not American.
It's not an American thing. It's international, and it's just unfortunate that this happened right now, and that 30-day suspension falls in line with her competing in the Olympics. But I don't know. I just definitely just wishing her healing during this time, especially for her loss, and another big loss, and not going to
For sure.
able to compete in the Olympics. But I'm pretty sure this is not. I don't think this is going to be the end of her. She just needs to keep her head down, work hard, and there's going to be other times to showcase her skills and stuff like that.
She'll come back stronger. She's
Yeah.
young.
Yeah,
She just graduated college not too long ago, so she's still young. She'll still be in her prime 4 years from now.
Yeah.
So hopefully we will hear from her again.
Yeah.
I'm sure we will.
No,
So,
for sure.
For sure. So I got some would you rather questions. Would you rather look 20 years older from the neck up or look 20 years older from the neck down? Pause.
Neck down or neck up?
So basically your face or your body.
I would do my body.
Your body, 20 years out. So you want a 48-year-old body.
No, I want my 20 years younger body.
No, you don't get younger. One of them's got to be older.
Oh yeah. So my face. I rather my
Why
face.
do you never listen to the questions?
I rather my face be older.
Rather your face be older than your
yeah.
body?
Yeah,
50, almost 50-year-old Mike.
that's fine.
You know your hairline is
That's kind of
part of it.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll be old anyway. Like, why would I want a young face with an old body? I feel like I'll look weird. No, I want. Wait, what did I just say?
You said you want.
I want a young body. Yes.
You want a young body.
Yeah. So I want the young
I might have to
body.
agree with you.
Yeah, I want the young
I
body.
take the old face. I think I'll be okay with the pepper, the salt and pepper beard.
Yeah.
With the bald head. I'd probably go bald.
People like girls are attracted to the old dudes with the chiseled chest.
You know what women want.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like. Yeah.
We gonna move on from that one. All right. These are pretty quick here. Last one. We're only doing 2 today.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year of your life?
Lose a year of my life.
Then be in jail, so just lose a year of your life. So if you're scheduled to
Die at 80, I'll die at 79, right?
rather than spend a year in jail.
Yeah, why would I want to be in jail?
You know how much shit you can learn?
You know how much shit that can happen to me in jail?
What's gonna happen to you?
There's some heartbreaking stuff that can happen to me in jail that will ruin the rest of my life.
Like a Boosie story or something? You don't know about that Coca-Cola can.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, especially as I don't know. Nobody knows when they're gonna die. So it's like when it happens, it already happened, and I'm not really thinking about it. But if I'm in jail for a year and I come out and I'm a new man, I'm a new man.
That's the only thing you can talk about and think about is getting shredded in prison. That's your biggest worry, like
Yeah, bro.
not seeing your family, nothing.
Into fights,
is getting shredded.
shanked. I might die in jail.
What? Well, just join a gang. You'll be all right.
I gotta act crazy.
What do you do?
I gotta start biting myself. Oh no, you get put in the freaking
Solitary?
solitary.
Yeah.
And I really go crazy. No, I'm good. I'll just lose a year of my life. I'm not
You rather lose a year of your life.
I'm not wasting time in
I'm going
jail.
to jail.
You're gonna do a year in jail.
Jail, not prison. Jail.
You want to do a year in jail?
Yes, over losing a year of your life. Like that could be a year with your grandkids.
But you're not gonna spend time with your grandkids anyway.
Why not?
You're in jail.
No, I'm only spending so it's literally coming up to you like, hey, 28-year-old Mike, do you want us to take a year off the end of your life, or can you do a year of prison or jail right now?
Yeah.
And just take a year off my life.
Yes.
So you want them dudes just give the problem to older Mike.
Yeah, get the problem to older Mike. I don't need it. I don't want what. Especially if I live a long time. You never know. If I'm 100. If I live to 100, or I'm supposed to live to 100, and I'm out of here at 99. Hey, that's still a good life.
I want people to put me down when I'm 99. Like, don't be wheeling me around when my fucking bones hurt. Like,
oh my goodness, you wanted just to snipe you?
like I ain't been hard in 10 years. Why you still got me on earth? Ain't no point. I can't even get up no more. What's the point of life at this point? Like, put me down. I done read every book.
How many books you read?
Who, me?
Yeah.
In my life?
Yeah.
Over
this year.
Over this year, I say.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
You know somebody lying when they repeat your question. Oh, you said this year? How many books I read?
Yeah.
That's what you said this year? But I probably read about 20 of them.
That boy's a straight liar.
How many you read?
0?
0. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you got to change.
I probably read like
change my friend group. If you're not reading no books.
I probably read like halves of books, and I probably did 2 audiobooks. Reading, bro.
Audiobook.
I have too. My mind just wanders. So if I'm reading a book, I already know the ending of the book. I start skipping pages, start looking at the spark notes. I'm like, all right, I get it now.
Right. Or you'd be like, what happens at the end of this book? You just Google it, especially if it's a thriller. That's what I do. I always try to find out what happens.
I read a lot of or try to read a lot of business books and selling books and marketing books. So a lot of this stuff is like some chapters don't really pertain to what I want to do. I already kind of know about what this person's going to say from the gist of it. So then I just skip ahead. Right. How do we get on books? Oh yeah, you said you were going to read every book. You read every book when you're 99.
I will by then.
Nah.
But I still don't. Right.
Let me put you out when you're 99 then.
Huh?
Let me take you out when you're 99.
Take you. What?
Let me put you down. That's what you said though.
Don't touch me, boy.
I'm going to be like the old dude from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Well, Patrick.
What?
It's time to go.
Okay. I'm straight, but like, yeah, I'm straight. But like, if I'm that old, like, yeah, I'm just start doing crazy stuff, like where eventually it happened. It was like, damn, he got a Lambo, he keep drifting everywhere. He's 76 years old. So they know, like, soon as they hear, like, he died, it was like, oh, he died in that damn Lambo, didn't he?
You think you'll get that much money to get a Lambo?
Yeah.
Retirement?
Huh? Something got to shake. You think I stay on my same salary this long? Like, if it's not working by 50, like,
it's time to do something different.
Time to, like, that's all they're gonna find on my Google. It's like how to rob a bank and not get caught. Like, I can't be living this life like this from check to check. I need some money.
Man, robbing a bank would be. Do people actually like put on masks and go rob banks for real now?
I think it's out of style because it's 4K cameras. Bank robbing went out of style. Like, you got to be dumb as fuck. Like, if I'm a bank teller, you like this a stick up, I'm like, hey, he dumb as fuck, y'all. He trying to rob us. Everybody laughing. Stupid broke boy.
Hey, take this. We gonna catch you anyway, bro.
Go ahead.
You on camera.
It's back there. It's back there. I ain't even gonna press the button. It's a cop right on the next block, idiot.
These bills marked anyway, so you spend it anywhere, you done. You try to launder it, you're done.
You idiot. This a mall plaza, you dumbass. There's so many witnesses.
They're gonna start clowning you. Hey, you want me to write you a check too?
What you want? You want gold? We got gold. Go ahead. See if you can carry it out.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think everything now is digital, so it's
for sure. He's like, if you're gonna rob a bank, you gotta rob somebody digitally. Like, go get their nut. Why am I giving them advice? Put down the guns, pick up the computers. For sure. Like, all like crimes are definitely outdated. Like
those type of crimes.
Yeah, like nobody's stealing car radios anymore.
Nope.
They might though.
It might take your whole car though.
I had somebody break into my car when I first moved to Milwaukee. Somebody broke into my car. That's when I first got my car, so I didn't have nothing in it.
Yeah.
And they stole my charger.
Me too.
What? It's a charger still out here. But listen,
They probably took both our chargers.
both our chargers. Whoever you are, like, man, fuck you.
No.
You could have took a tire or something. I needed that charger.
Bro,
That shit hurts
they
so
didn't just
bad.
take the charger. They just took the part that plug the charger goes into.
Oh, they need. Oh, so maybe
like the cube.
they took the cube from you and got the cord from me. They like, yeah, these two dumbasses.
Got the whole set.
I was sick. Like
They took
anybody that's ever bought a charger, you know how annoying it is spending $20 to $25, especially on those like non-name brand one from Walgreens.
yeah.
And stuff.
They stealing cars now in Milwaukee, around Milwaukee area.
I think it's been going on.
Dez, our friend Dez, he got his car stolen. His whole Mercedes.
Wow.
But then they found it. But he was telling like there was parts missing. It was just he was gone for like a month though.
That's crazy.
They took his whole. He's like he was talking to me. I was like, yeah, they stole my car. I was like, your whole car?
Yeah, just not part of it.
He said,
a whole car. That's crazy.
Whole car gone. That's crazy.
That's ballsy, bro.
Oh my god, I can't imagine.
That's ballsy.
I think Des got his car back, and he just had a kid. So, congrats, Des.
Congrats, Dez. Congrats, Wick. Congrats, Marv.
Javon.
Javon.
We're just naming a whole bunch of people that none of you guys.
Congrats,
know.
me. Everybody having babies out here.
Oh man. Oh yeah. All right. I'm about to head up north. So.
Good luck. If Mike don't come back, he went up north.
So I went to buy the TV.
So if you see podcast hosts on Indeed, then you know we need to fill in help because
You're gonna get another crash dummy. Who you gonna have with doing the little thingy?
You know how many likes I get if you went missing? That you actually need to make that sacrifice.
To make this go viral?
Yes, if you go missing, be like, damn, he do the podcast by himself now. He miss his friend. Like,
You don't have guests on here.
play your voice in the background. Like, have you laugh at the jokes? Like a playback of you laughing at the jokes.
Oh my gosh. What celebrity would you replace me with if you had a chance to?
Chance, who would really blow this show up? I mean, not off the top of my head. Vince Staples. I already got your replacement.
That's a good replacement.
He a real good.
Vince is dope.
He dope. Dope, funny, real.
Yeah.
Be perfect. So if you want to go missing up north, we got a backup plan, man. So
It's all right. He can be the second crash dummy.
take a crash on me. You know what I mean?
All right. Appreciate everybody for listening to this episode. This episode 3, right? Yeah.
Episode 3. Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. A lot of people that watch our videos don't subscribe. So yeah.
We got a video that's viral right now. And currently, it's like almost 150,000 views, over 10,000, 11,000 likes. You know.
Yeah, a lot of you guys listening to us are probably from TikTok now. So so appreciate that.
Appreciate that. But subscribe, so we can keep putting out more dope content.
Yep.
And keep going up for sure.
Yeah, so episodes drop every Wednesdays. We might start dropping 2 episodes depending on the feedback we get a week, but right now we're sticking to Wednesdays and on Spotify and wherever you're listening to this right now, I guess. So all right, this has been episode 3. Peace.